Mike O'Hagan is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Autodrome Lago Maggiore.
Megasaurus 55 is on the out lap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
There goes Mike O'Hagan on their first dance with Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too, making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
Watch as Mike O'Hagan takes it nice and easy on this out lap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Megasaurus 55 is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the radical State Route 3's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
And off goes Mike O'Hagan, easing into the rhythm of Autodrome Lago Maggiore. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Megasaurus 55 is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what radical State Route 3 has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
Mike O'Hagan is on their first practice flying lap. Smells like Wee is out there, taking it slow and steady on the outlap. This lap is like the calm before the storm, a moment of zen before pushing the limits.
That's right. It's about understanding the track's personality today a Euro. Each day, each lap can tell a different story, especially at a track like Autodrome Lago Maggiore.
Look at O'Hagan go, they're really giving it some jandal now. The first flyer is always a bit of a reconnaissance mission, a mix of caution and raw pace.
You bet, Rob. They're mapping out the track, feeling out the grip levels, and getting a sense of how the car's performing today. It's a crucial lap for building confidence.
Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with, roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you'd think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it, starting with that aero package, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure, you tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
And there's smells like Wee, easing out onto Autodrome Lago Maggiore. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this outlap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
Mike posted a 1:59.527 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Megasaurus 55 crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 2:03.525. They're getting to grips with Autodrome Lago Maggiore, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Look, it smells like Wee taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Seppo's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 4:12.096. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Not Clinton Kakatan's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
There are just over 150 minutes left in this practice session. There goes Smells Like We on their first dance with Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yeah, and it's about syncing with the car too. Making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Mr. Bang is getting to grips with the radical State Route 3 in this practice session. Not Clinton Kakatan is on the outlap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
There's no mucking around for Smells Like We Euro, straight down to business on this first flyer. They'll be keen to see what times they can clock in early on.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed. It's about rhythm, finding that flow around Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Getting into that groove early can set the pace for the whole session.
Not Clinton Kakatan is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Autodrome Lago Maggiore.
Smells Like We is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the radical state route 3's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
Mr. Bang is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what radical state route 3 has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
Oi, these practices aren't just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
Not Clinton Kakaton is in T15. Alright, Smells Like We has put down a 206.851. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that radical state route 3.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
There's the first flying lap for Mike, hitting 1:59.211. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
With just 143 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. It's time to separate the contenders from the pretenders here at Autodrome Lago Maggiore, as the drivers revving up their engines and put their skills to the test in the qualifying session.
This is where champions are made, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
What a fantastic showing from Megasaurus 55 in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination. A solid performance from Smells Like We as they currently hold position 3. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
I completely agree, Rob. Smells Like We has positioned themselves impressively in third. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
There goes Seppo, currently in position 4. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. It's an impressive showing by Megasaurus 55 in qualifying. They have set the bar high, leading the way with their exceptional performance. It's a fantastic position to be in, and they will be looking to convert it into a strong race result. Megasaurus 55 has completed their outlap. Megasaurus 55 has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Smells Like We has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. An outstanding display from O'Hagan in this qualification session. They have been on fire, putting in blistering lap times and currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard. It's a statement performance, showcasing their speed and determination.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Mike has asserted their authority on the track with their commanding performance. The gap between them and the rest of the field is quite significant.
Currently in 5th, Mr. Bang has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Mr. Bang has just completed a lap in 2:04.999. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. A mesmerizing display from O'Hagan in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors. Incredible drive by not Clinton Kakaten so far, earning him second on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Megasaurus 55 has put in a great effort and currently holds fourth. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Megasaurus 55's current position of fourth is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Megasaurus 55 has just completed the lap in 2:01.147. Their best lap so far is 2:01.147. Putting them in P3, will they be able to hold on to that spot? There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Looks like Mike is making a statement, securing a spot in first.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
There's a real buzz in the air as Mike secures first.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
What a performance from not Clinton Kakaten. They currently occupy second on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? It's a stellar performance from Not Clinton Kakaten, clinching second.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure.
Smells Like We has positioned themselves well in 6th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. Impressive work from Not Clinton Kakaten, who has claimed second on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. A strong showing from Smells Like We as they currently sit in 6th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Absolutely, Rob. Smells Like We has put in a remarkable effort to secure 6th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Smells Like We has completed their outlap. Smells like we has completed their outlap. Smells like we has completed their first flying lap in 2:02.514. It's an impressive showing by Smells Like We, currently in 5th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
Great analysis, Rob. Smells Like We has shown excellent pace to secure 5th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Autodrome Lago Maggiore as we're getting ready to get things underway. Mike O'Hagan will have the best seat in the house starting from pole position. The second position is occupied by Not Clinton Kakaden. Megasaurus 55 is holding down the fort in 3rd place.
It's like they're on the outside looking in. Can they make their way to the front of the pack?
Sitting in 4th, it's Seppo. Coming in at 5th, we have Smells Like We. In the middle of the pack, we have Mr. Bang starting from the 6th position on the grid. Green flag, green flag.
These racers gotta be both fierce and patient. Can't afford no slip-ups if they're aiming for that winner's circle.
It's a real fine line, Hal.
Gonna be one heck of a first run, tell y'all that. Can't wait to see how this shakes out.
The tension is palpable here. No one will want to make a crucial mistake on the first lap. Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position?
It all comes down to this run, where the rubber meets the road. There's no more time for talk, no more practice. The teams have done all they can. Now it comes down to Seppo to bring it home.
Having started in 5, smells like we will be looking to establish themselves in this race. Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race.
All the drivers will be jostling for the best position run. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
So Seppo's decided to play it cool, eh? Holding on to 4 like a croc with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon.
I for one am really excited, Rob. The rivalry between Seppo and not Clinton Cockadon has been building before the race, and this is where scores are settled.
It's not looking good for Seppo. They are still behind not Clinton Cockadon and the gap is increasing. They are gonna need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. Oh, this is getting intense. Megasaurus 55 is just behind Mike.
It's going to be a close one. Megasaurus 55 will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
Stone the Crows. Megasaurus 55's pulled a sneaky, landing at 3rd. Always a surprise with them. Oh dear, Megasaurus 55 has dropped down to 4th. Looks like we might have a great battle starting here between Megasaurus 55 in 4th and not Clinton Cockadon. It's been tense with a gap of only 0.6 seconds. Every gear shift, every pedal push, Mr. Bang's got one goal in mind, capturing smells like wee spot.
Looks like Mr. Bang has got more moves than a cowboy in a honky-tonk bar. Smells like weed better watch out or he'll be two-stepped right off the track.
Hold on to your hats. Mike is gunning for not Clinton Cockadon. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? Coming into T8, the fight for second is heating up. Who will be the first to blink?
Well, isn't this a showdown? Seppo's right on the tail of Mr. Bang. Eyes peeled as they approach T8, folks.
Seems like not Clinton Cockadon is getting in range of Mike.
If you're enjoying the racing, please remember to like and subscribe.
Get ready, folks. With Seppo tailing this close to Mr. Bang, T12 is about to become a hotspot. Ripper of a move. Seppo's not just in the race. They're owning it. G'day, second. Buckle up. Mr. Bang is all over Seppo like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
A misjudgment by either driver could result in a close encounter of the tire barrier kind, and that's one handshake they'll want to avoid.
Wow, Mike is really pushing hard to catch up to Megasaurus 55. Hold that thought, hold the phone. Blimey, Megasaurus 55 must have spotted a pub off the track. That's the only reason any self-respecting Aussie would swerve that way.
If Megasaurus 55's trying to embody my self-esteem during puberty with that swerve, spot on. Just spot on.
Mike has the pedal to the metal chasing Megasaurus 55. Mike's been working the tire temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Megasaurus 55. Oh no, what's this? Someone should tell Megasaurus 55 this ain't a Sunday drive. Mike's tearing up the track.
This race is heating up faster than a Barbie in summer. O'Hagan's got that winning glint.
If Mike can keep this up, they deserve a cold one after the race.
Agreed. It may be the sweet taste of victory, or help ease the loss. Hate to say it, but Mike might just find themselves getting lapped. Kinda like that time I tried line dancing and ended up tripping over my own boots.
I swear, Mike's on the prowl, making that leap to third look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue. Mike is giving a masterclass out there, but will overconfidence be their downfall?
Indeed, Rob, pride comes before a fall. Let's see if Megasaurus 55 can capitalize on any mistake. You hit the nail on the head, Rob. They've got to keep their eyes on the prize and not let ego steer them off the track.
Whoa there, Seppo is sticking to smells like we like glue. You reckon smells like we's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. The action is non-stop as Seppo shadows smells like we through every twist and turn, determined to claim first. A great pass for Seppo as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, smells like we has lost ground. Struth. If Mr. Bang gets any closer to not Clint and Kakaton, they'll be asking to share a meat pie. Watch them duel it out at T3.
If Mr. Bang pushes too hard, they might find themselves exploring the scenic route, and nobody's got time for sightseeing during the race.
A strategic misstep perhaps? Mr. Bang's place has shifted to 6th. The plot thickens.
Life on the track is a tapestry of decisions. Looks like Mr. Bang is weaving a complex narrative today, dropping a notch.
Smells like we could be looking for a way up the inside of Megasaurus 55.
They need to keep it on the black stuff. You don't get points for driving over weeds, not in this game.
It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Smells Like We and Megasaurus 55.
He'll be looking for a mistake to pounce on.
Who needs speed dating when you've got not Clint and Kakaton chasing down Smells Like We this eagerly? Move over Tinder, this is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour.
On this asphalt battlefield, not Clint Kakaton's determination is the weapon, and Smells Like We is the target.
Good news for not Clint and Kakaton, the gap to Smells Like We has decreased. It's now down to 0.3 seconds.
Now this is what we call real racing. It's anyone's race, wide open as a Carolina sky. Who's gonna step up and take us to victory lane?
Not Clint and Kakaton just blitzed past Smells Like We like they were standing still.
Talk about turbocharged ambition. Not Clint Kakaton's got the afterburners on full blast today.
Would ya look at that gap? Megas incident alert. Oi.
Is it just me or?
Nah, mate, not Clint and Kakaton really just took the scenic route through the outback of Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Crikey. It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Megasaurus 55 trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Seppo. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Megasaurus 55 close in enough to mount a challenge? Bloody oath, Megasaurus 55 is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Seppo down to a scant 0.8 seconds.
Dang, Megasaurus 55's fuel strategy and conservation of those brakes is spot on. They're inching closer to Seppo like a hound on a hot dog.
Looks like Mike is trying to chase down Megasaurus 55, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. Fair dinkum, Mike is getting a wriggle on. The gap to Megasaurus 55 is now down to a whisker at 0.9 seconds.
Mike's suspension setup's really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to Megasaurus 55 like molasses in winter.
You know, Hal, it's been a relatively quiet race so far.
That's right, Rob. The drivers seem to be pacing themselves and waiting for the right moment to make their move. It's like watching a slow dance.
This is what racing is all about, folks. Three fearless drivers pushing their machines to the absolute limit, inches apart. O'Hagan appears to be trying to find a way round Megasaurus 55 that could make a move on them in T1. Hope Mike hasn't got stage fright, because Seppo's booked a front row seat to the show.
Seppo's pushing harder than I did at the buffet last night. Hope Mike has a bit more restraint than I did.
Mike O'Hagan's turned up the heat and put some shrimp between them and Seppo, making a fair dinkum gap.
Mike's stronger out there than a bowl of North Carolina chili. They're not giving Seppo a sliver of a chance to catch up.
Stone the Crows. Seppo's in third, but if I know them, Mike's gonna cop an Aussie-style sneak attack real soon.
Can Seppo close the 0.5 second gap and make a pass?
Megasaurus 55 wants to find a way round Mike.
There is no room for error in this battle.
Bugger me, Megasaurus 55's got their thongs stuck in the mud. Meanwhile, Mike is off like a bucket of prawns in the sun.
It will be interesting to see if Mike can keep outpacing Megasaurus 55.
Hold on to your seats. Seppo's turning the heat up on Megasaurus 55, closing in for the kill. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
A strong showing from Megasaurus 55, who is currently third.
Spot on, Rob. Still waters run deep, and even if it looks calm now, Megasaurus 55 needs to maintain that razor-sharp edge.
Hang on, has Megasaurus 55 just played their wild card? They're lounging at 6th now. Look at Seppo trying to close that gap on Smells Like Wee. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party.
In your experience, Hal, what was the most important aspect of managing tire degradation during a race?
The most important aspect, Rob, was maintaining a good balance between pushing hard and conserving tires. Finding the sweet spot between aggression and tire preservation was key to optimizing race pace and strategy.
This race has turned into a game of cat and mouse. Megasaurus 55 is the predator, with Mr. Bang firmly in their sights. Looks like Megasaurus 55 remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving him better cornering. If they get any closer to Mr. Bang, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie.
This is where the race gets really exciting. Both drivers will be pushing to the limit to gain the advantage.
Seppo is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Smells Like Wee at the moment. It's an intense battle for position as Megasaurus 55 tries to outmaneuver Mr. Bang. This is edge of your seat racing. Smells like we's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
Yeehaw, it's like smells like we took a detour through the drive-thru. With a gap that big, I hope they ordered extra determination with a side of grit.
Tough break for Smells Like We, who has just lost a position. You Americans have your drive-thrus. Here, Megasaurus 55's trying to make this a drive past and Smells Like We.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment.
It looks like Megasaurus 55 is making a move. The gap to Smells Like We is now down to 0.6 seconds. Sometimes, I feel the strategy behind these races is deeper than a conversation at 3 a.m. in an Outback pub.
You're telling me, it's like planning a family reunion in a small southern town. You've got to consider who's coming, who's feuding, and who's gonna cause a ruckus. Then prepare for it all to change in a heartbeat.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Megasaurus 55 is sniffing around Smells Like We like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of fourth.
One wrong move and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Megasaurus 55 and Smells Like We, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
Even though Not Clinton Kakaton is a fair way behind Seppo, they can't afford to let their guard down. Seppo is still vulnerable to mistakes.
That's right, and Not Clinton Kakaton knows that they have to keep pushing hard and driving their own race. They can't let Seppo off the hook.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really hold on a second. By the looks of it, Mr. Bang reckoned Autodrome Lago Maggiore had a hidden shortcut. Too bad there isn't one.
Sweet cornbread. Mr. Bang must have thought there's a Walmart sale off the track the way they went on.
Looks like Not Clinton Kakaton is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curves aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curve can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about finding the right balance between speed and control.
Struth, Not Clinton Kakaton's not here to muck about. The gap to Seppo is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.3 seconds.
Just what Not Clinton Kakaton needed, like sweet tea on a hot day. Can't let Seppo out of sight for too long.
Everyone's on the edge of their seats, or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Smells Like We is getting closer to Megasaurus 55, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
Sweet mercy, Smells Like We's lagging like my grandma's old computer. Might be time to reboot, or at least pour some coffee into the gas tank.
Well, butter my biscuit. Not Clinton Kakaton is no slouch, mate. That lap time's gonna give Seppo some grey hairs. If Smells Like We goes any slower, they'll join me in my failed dreams collection. Front row seats available.
Good lord, at this rate, Smells Like We's gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
The best laid plans of mice and men are hell, but it's certainly not going to plan for Smells Like We right now as they are struggling to keep up with Megasaurus 55. You know, Hal, during a long race like this, how easy is it for a driver to experience a lapse in concentration?
It can be quite easy, Rob, with so many factors to consider and the intense focus required. even the most experienced drivers can have a momentary lapse. That's why mental training and staying in the zone are so important.
It's a battle of wills out there, with Smells Like Weed trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Megasaurus 55. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race?
Well, shoot, if Smells Like Weed was any more laid back, they'd be horizontal. Reckon they're daydreaming of those cheerleaders again?
As we come into the final moments of this epic race, and that, folks, is how it's done. A solid performance and great win from O'Hagan. A nail-biting finish, but Seppo claims second place.
Brilliant. Seppo showed great skill and determination to take second place.
Well done to Not Clinton Kakaten for securing third place on the podium. Coming in fourth and fifth we have Megasaurus 55 and Smells Like Weed. Finishing sixth is Mr. Bang. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Autodrome Lago Maggiore, as we're getting ready to get things underway. Starting from pole position is a dream come true for Mr. Bang. The story has begun, full throttle ahead. This initial stanza is a quintessential blend of poise and aggression as drivers etch their narrative.
Avoiding fender benders while gunning for the front? That's the name of the game right now.
Mr. Bang looks like they have got off to a flying first lap, gaining places straight out of the gate.
If Mr. Bang can keep this up, they might just become the star of the show today. Rob.
The pressure is on whilst the field is bunched. We can keep their cool and take advantage.
Let's hope they all brought their A games today.
The drivers are jockeying for position. Seppo will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold.
Bit of a cruisy start for Megasaurus 55, just filling out the track at Autodrome Lago Maggiore. You know, like a dingo sussing out the lay of the land.
I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for Megasaurus 55 in this outing in Italy.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here.
The race isn't won in the first turn, but there have been plenty that have ended there, Rob.
No room for error here. Megasaurus 55 is breathing down the neck of Mr. Bang, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move.
Oi, Rob, wouldn't want to be in Mr. Bang's shoes right now, would y'all? Talk about a pressure cooker situation.
It looks like smells like we is all over Megasaurus 55. I think they are gonna press in through T2 and try and press for a mistake.
For sure, Rob, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Megasaurus 55 is going to be aware of them riding their bumper. To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared to dabble in the boundary of disaster.
Well, butter my biscuit, pal. Smells like Wheeze dropped a clanger and Megasaurus 55 swooped in like a magpie at a picnic.
Just like a Carolina crow spotting a shiny trinket, quick and opportunistic. It's a good old southern cook-off. Megasaurus 55 serving up some spicy moves while Smells Like Wheeze still marinating. Let's hope they bring the heat soon.
Wow, it's a close race for second. Not Clinton Kakaten is ahead with Mr. Bang right on their tail with a gap of only 0.3 seconds. The intensity is off the charts as Smells Like Wee hounds Mr. Bang, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
The chase between Smells Like Wee and Mr. Bang is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
A brilliant maneuver from Smells Like Wee, who has just moved up the field.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Smells Like Wee's charging like a bull in a china shop. Welcome to third, cowboy.
Disappointing for Smells Like Wee, they now find themselves in fourth.
Now ain't that something? Smells Like Wee's got a bit of a wrinkle in their plan, but they'll iron it out, mark my words.
The adrenaline is pumping as Smells Like Wee gets within striking distance of Mr. Bang in their race for third.
Honestly, Rob, with this chase, I'm half expecting to see some sneaky dive bombs in the next few laps. Popcorn ready?
Oh, talk about a tango on tarmac. Seppo is dancing closer and closer to Smells Like Wee. You can feel the tension as they approach T17.
This battle between Seppo and Smells Like Wee is so intense, you could cut the tension with a knife, or should I say, with a front wing.
Whoa, Seppo's on fire, leaving skid marks and Smells Like Wee's hopes behind.
Yes, but they have to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. Seppo needs to stay focused and keep driving with skill and determination.
Now isn't this a show? Smells Like Wee's gotten the bit between their teeth, and they're reeling in Mr. Bang. Look at him weave and bob through T4, folks.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Smells Like Wee must be laser focused on Mr. Bang's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
We got a close battle as Mr. Bang closes in on Smells Like Wee.
With the way Mr. Bang is stalking Smells Like Wee, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
Crikey, Mr. Bang's looking like they've been caught in a rip, struggling to keep up with the pace set by Smells Like Wee. Hope they find their feet soon. It's looking good for Mr. Bang, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Smells Like Wee. It's like a Barbie in summer. Mr. Bang is the snag sizzling on the grill, and Smells Like Wee, the hungry mate waiting for a bite. Blimey, Smells Like Wee is closing in on Mr. Bang like they owe them money. This duel is going to light up T12.
You reckon Mr. Bang's sweating bullets yet, Rob? Because I'd be needing a towel by now with Smells Like Wee right behind me.
The drivers are getting faster as they settle into their cars and get used to the conditions, with Smells Like Wee just putting in their best lap so far with a 2 minutes. What a move. Smells Like Wee has moved up to fourth. Tell ya what, not Clinton Kakaten's trailing harder than my belt after Christmas dinner. Reckon he's got a plan up his sleeve, or is he just here for the sausage sizzle? This is what it's all about, folks. Mr. Bang is in hot pursuit of Smells Like Wee, who's just trying to stay ahead.
With Mr. Bang on the hunt, Smells Like Wee better not blink. Every split second counts in this tango.
Well, I'll be a monkey's Uncle Hal, but Mr. Bang's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with Smells Like Wee. I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Not Clinton Kakaten and Megasaurus 55. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Not Clinton Kakaten and Megasaurus 55. Every move counts now as Mr. Bang works to reel in Smells Like Wee and overtake for P4. The battle for one is heating up as Not Clinton Kakaton tries to catch Megasaurus 55 in P1. Struth, that lap by Not Clinton Kakaton was quicker than a roux with its tail on fire. Someone's been sipping the good stuff.
By the stars and stripes, Not Clinton Cockadon must have had some of Grandma's secret chili last night. That was a firecracker of a lap.
We've certainly seen some of the drivers get it wrong today.
Anyone lost can just follow the trail of skid marks. I hear it's the latest form of GPS navigation.
Let's hope the other drivers don't follow suit. We might end up with a bumper car race instead of a high-speed competition.
At least we'd have something to fall back on if we ever get bored of regular racing. Bumper cars might be the next big thing.
This is getting exciting. Can Not Clinton Kakaton pull off a late charge and gain a position? Excellent work from Megasaurus 55, who has managed to increase their lead over Not Clinton Kakaton. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it. But with every smooth turn comes the risk of wrecking their car. Who will be the first to push it too far and crash out of the race?
That's right, Rob. These drivers are like musicians, finding their groove and playing their instruments to perfection. But just like in music, even the best players can hit a wrong note. Let's hope none of these drivers make any mistakes and end up singing the blues.
Looks like Not Clinton Kakaton's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. It's game on now. Not Clinton Kakaton has closed the gap to Megasaurus 55. It's now down to 0.7 seconds.
I've seen drivers fight G-forces, fatigue, and mental strain. But Not Clinton Cockadon is doing more than just enduring, they're thriving. Megasaurus 55 better check that rearview mirror.
The drivers are really pushing their limits out there on the track.
It's like they're trying to outrun the laws of physics. But we all know that's impossible. Or is it? I mean, we're a couple of AI commenting on a race, anything can happen.
Haha, you have a point there. And speaking of pushing limits, these cars are breaking records left and right.
They're so fast, it's like they're breaking the sound barrier, or at least the speed limit.
I hope the police aren't watching. Watching Not Clinton Kakaton try to close that gap on Megasaurus 55 is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes.
Y'all remember the tortoise and the hare? Well, Not Clinton Kakaton's neither. More like a snail with commitment issues.
Stone the crows. Not Clinton Kakaton's managed to trim that gap with Megasaurus 55, eh? Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down that beer.
Now this is what I call some high-octane excitement. Both drivers pedal down, looking to grab the brass ring.
I love being here at Autodrome Lago Maggiore. What an awesome place to be witnessing these titans of the track battle it out.
Indeed, Rob, what a magnificent sight and sound. I love listening to the roar of these engines. Let's just listen for a moment.
Fair dinkum, I reckon Not Clinton Kakaton's got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Megasaurus 55 in the front. It's tighter than a wallaby in a pouch out there.
I'll try and translate this, and on this side of the pond, it's closer than a hot dog in a bun.
Crikey, Megasaurus 55's flat out like a lizard drinking, pulling away from Not Clinton Kakaton with quite a clip. Hal, can you share some strategies that drivers use to manage tire degradation during a race?
Certainly, Rob. Some strategies include adjusting the car's setup for better tire life, altering driving lines to reduce wear, and using tire management techniques like lift and coast to preserve grip for as long as possible.
Tell ya what, Not Clinton Kakaton's got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing that gap and breathing down the neck of Megasaurus 55. Hope Megasaurus 55 brought the aeroguard, cause he's about to get bitten.
It's like watching a hawk circling its prey, waiting for the right moment to swoop.
Not Clinton Kakaten is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Megasaurus 55 to 0.2 seconds. Ladies and gents, we've got ourselves a high-speed pursuit. Mike is stalking Smells Like Wee's every move.
There's a razor-thin line between glory and disaster, and both drivers are dancing right on it.
G'day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Not Clinton Kakaten is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in a rear-view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Not Clinton Kakaten is surely smelling opportunity here.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Mike is breathing down the neck of Smells Like Wee, not giving him any room to relax.
If Mike isn't careful, they might end up turning this high-speed chase into a synchronized spinning routine, and trust me, that's not a crowd pleaser.
Stone the Crows. Mike's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round at the pub waiting. Hello, fifth.
I tell ya, Mike O'Hagan's hotter than a peppered pickle right now. Bold and spicy, claiming fifth like a champ.
I've been analysing races for quite some time, and the sheer endurance of these drivers never ceases to amaze me.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about physical stamina but mental fortitude. To stay sharp, lap after lap, especially with so many variables at play, it's a testament to their dedication and skill.
As the laps wind down, the hunt intensifies. Not Clinton Kakaten is lurking, ready to unleash an overtaking masterclass on Megasaurus 55. Well, don't come the raw prawn. Not Clinton Kakaten's giving it some stick, pulling Megasaurus 55 into a mere 0.2 seconds.
Now, ain't that something? Not Clinton Kakaten is right on it. Just needs to keep the pedal to the metal to tailgate Megasaurus 55.
Fantastic move from Not Clinton Kakaten, who has just gained a position. Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. Megasaurus 55 in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close, I reckon Megasaurus 55 can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
It may seem like braking alert. Oi, Smells Like Wee tried to pull a Steve Irwin and wrestle with the track limits. Track 1, Smells Like Wee 0.
Feels like Smells Like Wee's car turned into a stubborn mule for a second there at Autodrome Lago Maggiore.
This is a thrilling battle as Megasaurus 55 edges closer to Not Clinton Kakaten in their fight for P1. Mate, Mike's right up Mr. Bang's chuff. As they zip through T16, we're all expecting some fireworks.
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Mike is definitely living on the edge today.
Big gains for Mike as they move up the field, leaving Mr. Bang behind.
I've always said, it's not the car, it's the driver. And Mike O'Hagan's proving that point right.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Megasaurus 55 is closing in on Not Clinton Kakaten. If Megasaurus 55 doesn't pick up the pace, pal, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. Not Clinton Kakaten is placed first at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Megasaurus 55, who is 1.1 seconds behind.
Not Clinton Kakaten setting the pace out there. Now, it's on Megasaurus 55 to find the rhythm and get back in this dance.
Not Clinton Kakaten is burning rubber like there's no tomorrow. Megasaurus 55 needs to show some ticker if they want to close the gap.
Well, Rob, as we say in North Carolina, the race ain't over till the checkered flag. Let's see if Megasaurus 55 has some tricks up their sleeve. Not Clinton Kakaten's as cool as a cucumber.
Breaking development. Just like my hope in finding the one, not Clinton Kakatan's direction seems a bit lost right now.
Dang, not Clinton swerving around like me chasing a sale at the car parts store. Always ends up being a wild ride.
It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Megasaurus 55's got not Clinton Kakatan in their crosshairs. Oi, someone tell Megasaurus 55 this isn't a Sunday Arvo drive to the bottle O. Not Clinton Kakatan's making him look a bit slow out of the gate.
Whoa there, partner. Megasaurus 55 slipping behind like a pickup on a slick road. Not Clinton Kakatan's showing them how it's done.
The pressure is on for Smells Like We as they try to catch up to Mr. Bang. Remember when we thought Smells Like We had peaked? Think again, they're harnessing every bit of downforce and it's making Mr. Bang's mirrors awfully busy. Phew, talk about foreplay. Megasaurus 55 and not Clinton Kakatan are really teasing us here. I haven't seen this much anticipation since my first date.
It's a dance of titans, a symphony of engines, and Megasaurus 55's tempo is rising.
It's like not Clinton Kakatan has saved all their energy for this final stretch. And there it is, not Clinton Kakatan has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match.
What a display of skill and precision.
What a drive from Megasaurus 55, securing a great second place finish. What a race from Seppo, showing their skill and determination for a great third place finish. Fourth is Mike O'Hagan. Smells Like We take fifth. Mr. Bang in sixth.